Trust in the divine order of things begins with being present in the moment. By fixating on the future, we miss the enchantment of the present, absorbed in a desired future, ignoring the value of now. However, it is the current experiences, the lessons, the ups and the downs that shape us, preparing us for future opportunities. Gratitude plays a key role here. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, let's pay attention to the blessings we have. Gratitude transforms the energy of scarcity into the energy of abundance, replacing worry with peace. To value the present is to attract even more reasons for gratitude. Let go of the urge to control everything and believe that everything must conform to your plans. Believe in the existence of a plan that surpasses your understanding. In uncertainty, remind yourself, I am where I need to be. Everything is happening for my highest good. What is meant for me is already on its way. Life is not a competition. There is no need to rush or fret over what is missing. Walk with faith, trust the process, and allow events to unfold at their own pace. And when the time is right, everything you desire will appear easily and harmoniously, just as it was intended. The path to harmony with life begins with awareness of the present moment. Often, caught up in dreams of the future, we forget to enjoy the beauty of the current day, letting priceless moments pass us by. However, it is the experience of today, with its ups and downs, successes and failures, that shapes our personality, tempers our character, and prepares us for future trials and opportunities. The key to this is deep gratitude. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, let's pay attention to what is already in our lives. Gratitude is an amazing quality that can transform the energy of lack into the energy of abundance, replacing anxiety and worry with calm and peace. Value the present, and you will attract even more reasons for joy and gratitude into your life. Relinquish the desire to control every aspect of your life and the belief that everything must go strictly according to your plan. Believe in the existence of a higher design that surpasses our understanding. In moments of uncertainty, repeat to yourself, I am where I need to be. Everything is happening for my highest good. What is meant for me is already on its way. Life is not a race, not a competition. There is no need to hurry, to fret about what is not yet. Walk with faith, trust the flow of life, allow events to unfold in their natural rhythm, and when the time comes, everything that was intended will come to fruition easily and harmoniously, as if by itself. There are times when it seems that your strength is running out. Prayers go unanswered, hopes crumble, and the situation does not change. But know that change is near, a miracle is about to happen. What seemed impossible is already being set in motion by unseen forces. Doors that seemed forever closed are about to swing open. The heavy burden will soon be lifted from your shoulders. You are entering a period of profound change, a period of divine transformation. Hold on. The most amazing things are yet to come. Before a miracle touches your life, it is necessary to prepare your soul and mind to receive it. Doubt is the main enemy of miracles, subtly undermining faith, sowing fear, and resisting grace. It is an illusion, a false narrative that shackles potential. Miracles do not tolerate doubt. They are born of faith. Faith is not just a feeling. It is a conscious choice, a deep conviction in the existence of a path, even if it is unseen. It is unwavering trust in divine providence, in events that go beyond our understanding. By embracing faith, you connect with a higher power, replacing anxiety with trust, fear with confidence, uncertainty with steadfastness. It is in this turning point that miracles begin to happen. Look around. The daily sunrise, the changing of seasons, breathing, heartbeat. These are miracles that we take for granted. But when it comes to cherished desires, doubts overwhelm us. Is this possible? Am I worthy of this? Remember, God does not skimp on miracles. They are not intended for the chosen few, but for all who are willing to believe, and you are no exception. If you have prayed for a turning point in the situation, if you have longed for change, then today is the day for decisive action. Cast aside your doubts and step into faith. But how to do this when circumstances are pressing, when everything around you screams about immutability? The key is in training the mind and spirit, in developing trust in forces that transcend the visible. Start by honestly acknowledging your doubts, without self-flagellation. Doubt is not a weakness, but a natural reaction. Perhaps life has presented disappointments, failures, that have sown seeds of distrust. That's normal. But you cannot allow these doubts to define the future. Do not resist them. Acknowledge them and let them go. Shed this burden. Replace doubts with affirmations of faith. Words shape reality. Repetition becomes conviction. Instead of, "I don't know if this will happen," say, "I believe that God is showing me the way." Instead of, "I'm afraid of failure," say, "I am under divine guidance in everything." Breathe life into the situation. Bless yourself. Speak as if the miracle has already happened, because in the spiritual world, it already has. Another effective way to strengthen your faith is to remember moments that seemed insurmountable but were successfully overcome. Remember past difficulties, seemingly unsolvable problems, prayers that you thought went unanswered, but ultimately turned out for the best. You survived, you conquered. If God helped you then, He will help you now. Faith is not passive contemplation, but active participation in life. It's not enough to just believe. It's important to support your faith with concrete actions. Pray for an opportunity. Start preparing for it. Ask for love. Show love yourself. Desire healing. Surround yourself with care and kindness. Faith without action is like a neglected seed. It contains potential, but remains unrealized. Let go of the desire to control every step. True faith is trust, a willingness to accept that even if events don't unfold according to your plan, they are happening as they are meant to. Delays are not denials, and failures are often stepping stones to something greater. God's plan surpasses ours, and His timing is always perfect. Therefore, today, decide. Cast aside doubts, overcome fears, firmly believe in miracles, in blessings along the way, in God's work in your life. By choosing faith over fear, you open the door to transformation, create space for the impossible, and touch the power capable of moving mountains, parting seas, and bringing dreams to life. Repeat with me. I believe in God's plan for my life. I release all doubts. I open my heart to miracles. I walk by faith and know that my breakthrough is already happening. Keep this truth in your heart. Wait and watch as God acts, exceeding all your expectations. Your miracle is near. Incredible power is contained in your words, much greater than you can imagine. Every word you speak is like a seed planted in the fertile soil of your life. Many people spend years stuck in the same place, trapped in a vicious cycle of pain, endless struggle, and disappointment. Listen to their conversation and you'll understand the reason. They constantly repeat, "I can't do anything right. I'll never succeed. I'm always struggling. I'll never find love." And these words become a prophecy, shaping their reality. Your words are a powerful generator of energy, creating a certain vibration that attracts corresponding events into your life. By constantly focusing on shortcomings, difficulties, and failures, you unconsciously draw them into your life. But just by changing your verbal attitude, starting to talk about life, abundance, healing, and success, you tune into a wave of miracles ready to unfold. Remember how God created the world, by word. Let there be light, and there was light. That same creative power is present in you. Your words are an instrument of creation, capable of both building and destroying, opening doors or closing them, attracting miracles or blocking them. Today, I want to remind you of your power to change your life simply by changing your speech. Start listening to yourself, analyzing the words you use daily. Do you speak with fear or with faith? Do you affirm your limitations or declare possibilities? Many don't even suspect that they are trapping themselves with their own words. They consider themselves realists, saying, "Nothing will change. I'm unlucky," but thereby reinforcing a negative reality that doesn't have to be. If you want change, start speaking about life, even in the most hopeless situations. Declare your blessings, even before they happen. Instead of "I'm broke," say "Abundance flows to me." Instead of "I'm lonely," "I am surrounded by love." Instead of "I can't handle it," "Healing is already happening within me." Speak as if your prayers have already been heard, and watch as everything begins to change. I understand that some may have doubts. What if it's not true? What if I don't feel it? But faith is not blindly waiting for obvious evidence, but confidence in what is still hidden from the eyes. The very affirmation of life is an act of faith, a declaration of trust in something greater than current circumstances. Even if you feel weak right now, the phrase "I am strong" awakens inner strength. Don't see opportunities? Saying "doors are opening before me" sets you up for their appearance. This is not ignoring reality, but creating a new one. Focus on the desired, not the undesirable. Words are not empty sounds, they carry energy. One sentence can lift a person to the top, another can break them. You feel it when you hear words of love and when you encounter negativity. The same rule applies to yourself. Words are like a compass, determining the course of life. Doubts breed new doubts, complaints, new reasons to complain. But words about abundance attract blessings. It's not magic, but the power of alignment. Affirmations of goodness elevate your vibration, attracting new perspectives, relationships, and opportunities. It's not external factors, but your words that shape your reality. Even in challenging moments, repeat affirmations that reflect the desired future. I am successful. I am worthy. I attract everything I need. Divine miracles transform my life. Repeating such mantras lays the foundation for positive change. The power of words can both create and destroy. Choose life, choose words that nourish the soul, uplift the spirit, and awaken inner greatness. Then you will witness miracles that exceed all expectations. The past is a treasure trove of experience, but not a place to live. Many people, like prisoners, carry the heavy burden of the past, dragging along pain, regrets, and disappointments. They relive emotional traumas, repeat mistakes, clinging to guilt, hoping to change what has already happened. However, the past cannot be rewritten. It can only be let go. Until you free yourself from this burden, you cannot fully experience freedom and embrace the life that awaits you. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or justifying what happened. It means freeing yourself from the burden of pain, choosing peace instead of resentment, healing instead of offense, freedom instead of suffering. Stepping into the future is impossible while your heart is still anchored in the past. Many people get stuck in the past, mistakenly believing that releasing it is equivalent to losing a part of themselves. They think that by letting go of pain, they will lose an important lesson, and forgiveness will absolve the offender of responsibility. But letting go is not about them. It's about you, about reclaiming your own power, about understanding that the past does not define your destiny, and you are capable of starting a new story right now. If you cling to painful memories, ask yourself, at what cost? Does it steal the joy of life? Does it make you cynical and bitter? Does it prevent you from building trusting relationships, loving and living a full life? If the answer is affirmative, then it's time to let go. You don't deserve the burden of yesterday when today offers a new chance. Liberation begins with a decision to refuse the role of a prisoner of the past, to stop replaying painful memories, to forgive not for the sake of the offender, but for your own peace of mind, to focus not on what is lost, but on what you can create. One of the most effective ways to let go of the past is to change your perspective. Instead of seeing the past as something that broke you, perceive it as something that shaped you. Don't regret mistakes, but be grateful for the experience and wisdom gained. Even painful experiences have led you to your current position, and this position is one of strength because you have a choice to move forward. Your past is just one chapter, not the entire book. No matter how dark that chapter may be, the next one can be different. But you must turn the page, let go of the old story, the story of your own worthlessness, weakness, hopelessness. It is not true. The past does not define you, it only shapes you, and you have the right to decide what happens next. The path to liberation begins with self-compassion. Allow yourself to forgive past mistakes, moments when you acted unconsciously, trusted the wrong people, or made poor choices. You were human, doing the best you could with the knowledge you had at the time. Now you are wiser, capable of more. Let go of resentment. It is like a hot coal that you carry, hoping to burn another, but in the end, you burn yourself. Forgiveness is not for them, but for you. It is your path to freedom. Don't wait for a resolution that may never come. Some people will not apologize, will not admit their guilt, but you don't need their forgiveness to heal. You yourself can put an end to it. Decide that you have waited, doubted, and wished for something different long enough. Decide to free yourself today. Letting go is not a one-time action, but a daily work on yourself. Every day, the temptation to return to old grievances, experiences, and mental dialogues will be great. But each time, choose peace, freedom, and forward movement. You are not equal to your past, your mistakes, or your pain. You are a strong, resilient, unique individual with enormous potential. But this future is inaccessible while you are looking back. Let go of the past, and you will reclaim your life. Understand that the best is yet to come. Gratitude is an incredibly powerful force that can transform the inner world and unlock incredible opportunities. By tuning into gratitude, a person finds harmony, peace, and joy, as if entering a space of miracles. The reason for such changes is not in altered circumstances, but in the transformation of the heart itself. Many people, striving for success, love, wealth, and happiness, forget to appreciate what they already have. Their gaze is constantly fixed on what is lacking, not on what is available, which breeds dissatisfaction, regardless of achievements. Gratitude, however, radically changes the focus of attention, switching it from shortcomings to existing blessings. Focusing on abundance promotes its growth. Gratitude is not simply a reaction to positive events, but a way of life, a daily practice. It's easy to be grateful in times of prosperity, but true gratitude manifests in the ability to find positivity even in difficulties, to see a lesson in trials, beauty in chaos, strength in pain. Gratitude in challenging situations brings a deep, unwavering sense of inner peace. It affects all areas of life. Appreciation of loved ones strengthens relationships, gratitude for health improves well-being, and acknowledgement of available opportunities fosters career growth. Gratitude generates a flow of positive energy, attracting new reasons to be grateful. It's a continuous cycle in which appreciation for what one has creates conditions for receiving even more. Often people struggle with cultivating gratitude due to excessive focus on future events. They are convinced that happiness will come with a new job, finding love, achieving a goal. However, gratitude is not a reward for the future, but a state to be cultivated here and now. Happiness is not in the final destination, but in the very process of moving forward. Cherish the present moment, and your journey will be filled with joy and goals, paradoxically will be achieved faster. Start small. Feel the warmth of the sun's rays, enjoy the sound of laughter, appreciate a kind word from a friend, take a deep breath. These seemingly insignificant moments are life in all its fullness. The ability to see beauty in the small things reveals the richness of your present. Gratitude is not waiting for a miracle, but the ability to find a miracle in the ordinary. A powerful tool for developing gratitude is words. Our speech shapes reality, and words of gratitude strengthen faith in abundance. Instead of, "I have to go to work," say, "I get to go to work." Replace, "I have so many problems," with, "I have a chance to grow and learn." Small changes in vocabulary can radically change the perception of the world. Sincere appreciation implies a rejection of resentment and comparison. Jealousy and bitterness are simply incompatible with gratitude. By comparing ourselves to others, we lose sight of the unique gifts we already possess. Gratitude is focusing on one's own path, acknowledging one's place in life, and believing that everything happens for the best. A grateful person radiates a special, attractive energy, filled with positivity and possessing incredible power. Problems cease to seem insurmountable obstacles, turning into opportunities for growth. Happiness ceases to be something expected, becoming a creation of one's own hands. Life is perceived not as a struggle, but as a natural flow. Each day is a priceless gift, each moment a chance to choose gratitude. The deeper we feel it, the stronger its impact on our lives. New doors open, relationships strengthen, unexpected blessings appear. This is not because life has suddenly become easier, but because we have learned to notice the beauty that always surrounds us. Start right now. Take a deep breath, look around, find something to be grateful for, say it out loud, feel it, accept it, and watch your world change. After all, gratitude is the path to a life filled with boundless joy and opportunities. Our life is a mirror of our expectations. We attract what we believe in, prepare for what we expect, and receive exactly that. Expectation is not a passive hope for the best, but a firm knowledge of the approach of the desired, a confident movement forward, behaving as if the desired is already happening, creating space for future blessings. However, many live in the grip of doubts and fears, expecting failures, anticipating disappointments, and without realizing it, inviting these negative scenarios into their lives. But it's worth changing the focus, starting each day with faith in the miracles to come. And everything changes. A new energy appears, radiating confidence and readiness for positivity, and life responds in kind. Expectation is an act of faith, confidence that higher powers, be it the universe, God, or something else, are constantly working for the good of humanity. It is trusting that temporary delays are not refusals, failures are preparation for something greater, and problems are just temporary winding paths to a better goal. By walking in expectation, we stop worrying about the how, trusting that what is meant to be will come in its own time. Many wait for signs, demand proof before believing. But true expectation does not need confirmation. Faith precedes blessing. Confidence precedes change. Do not wait for a miracle to believe in it. First believe, then you will see the result. Do not wait for favorable circumstances to gain confidence. Gain it, and circumstances will change. Remember the expectant mother. She does not wait for childbirth to prepare. Upon learning of the pregnancy, she prepares a place for the baby, buys clothes, furnishes the nursery. She prepares for the inevitable. Her confidence in the imminent arrival of the child is absolute. In life, act accordingly. Don't just dream about what you want, but prepare for its arrival. Make room for it. Act as if it's already yours. Actions must confirm your beliefs. Hoping for a better life is not enough. Active steps are needed. While waiting for success, behave like a successful person. While waiting for love, radiate love. Striving for financial well-being, think and act like a wealthy person. Your actions should reflect your unwavering belief in the approach of what you desire. Doubt is the main enemy of expectation. It whispers, "What if nothing works out? What if I'm deceiving myself?" But faith is stronger than doubt. Faith says, "What if everything works out? What if I'm already very close to the goal?" To live in anticipation of a bright future, it is necessary to suppress anxious doubts and strengthen faith in the best. Choose to believe that the best moments are yet to come. Believe in the favor of fate, in new opportunities and miracles. One of the most effective ways to strengthen this expectation is to surround yourself with positivity. Carefully monitor your words, thoughts, and the people you allow into your life. Speak about yourself with faith. Instead of a timid, "I hope everything works out," state confidently, "I know that everything is working out in the best possible way." Instead of doubting your own strengths, "I'm not sure if I'm good enough," affirm, "I am more than capable, and my time has come." Words have tremendous power, and every affirmation of your faith strengthens your expectation. Gratitude plays a key role here. Appreciate what you already have. This makes room for more. Gratitude transforms your energy, shifting it from a feeling of lack to abundance, from fear to confidence. Even before your desires are fulfilled, give thanks for them as if they have already come true. Say, "Thank you for the opportunities that are coming to me. Thank you for the blessings that are being directed to me." Gratitude is the language of expectation, a powerful tool that attracts what you desire. Living in expectation does not mean a cloudless existence. Difficulties, delays, and moments of doubt are inevitable. But expecting the best, you remain steadfast. You understand that even in expectation there is movement, even in struggle there is progress. You believe that life favors you, and you do not settle for less than you deserve. Every outstanding achievement, every breakthrough, every dream realized, all began with a person's belief in its realization. This is not just a simple desire, but a deep, all-encompassing expectations that opens up new opportunities. And you too can find it. Believe in success, expect miracles, anticipate love, joy, and abundance, and life will respond, exceeding your wildest fantasies. The world is arranged harmoniously. There is an invisible order in it. Everything comes on time and in its place. But human impatience often prevents us from seeing this harmony. We want everything at once, instant answers, quick results, and immediate breakthroughs. However, the universe does not obey our time frames. It follows its own rhythm, divine time. By trusting it, you will free yourself from the anxieties, disappointments, and fears that are inevitable when trying to speed up events. Divine time is not passive waiting, but a firm belief in the correctness of what is happening, even if the whole picture is not yet clear. It is an understanding that delays are not failures, obstacles are not punishments, and that any detour leads to the intended goal. By synchronizing with divine time, you stop resisting life and begin to go with its flow. Many, however, do not understand this, believing that if something is not there now, it never will be. They get lost in doubt, experience disappointment and despair. Imagine a tiny seed immersed in moist soil. Imperceptible to the eye, a vibrant life begins underground. A root system develops, creating a solid foundation for future growth. And only when the right moment comes does the sprout break through to the surface. Similarly, things are with your dreams, the healing process, the development of relationships, and all other areas of life. The absence of visible progress does not mean its absence at all. One of the most important life lessons is learning to let go of control. This does not mean passivity or giving up goals, but only stopping attempts to force events. Trust that what is meant for you will surely find you. Understand that temporary delays can protect you from something you are not yet ready for. Sometimes breakups and destruction happen not because of your inadequacy, but because these things were not originally intended for a long life. Remember situations when life deviated from the intended scenario: job loss, relationship breakups, insurmountable obstacles that caused a feeling of defeat. Subsequently, you probably realized that these losses were blessings. The unsuccessful job gave way to a more promising one. The end of the relationship made room for a more harmonious one, and the closed doors redirected you to something greater. The universe has a plan, even if you don't see it yet. Believing in the divine order of things is an act of trust, even in moments of uncertainty. It's a conscious choice to see a favorable outcome, even if the prospects seem dim right now. It's the ability to resist the urge to force things and allow life to flow naturally, like a caterpillar that cannot instantly turn into a butterfly, but goes through its natural cycle of development, eventually transforming into a beautiful creature. Believe that your transformation will also end with a magnificent result. The key to accepting divine timing is letting go of the fear of missed opportunities. Many people live in constant stress, fearing they won't make it in time or will fall behind others. However, there is no single race. Everyone has their own unique path, their own unique timeline, incomparable to anyone else's. Trusting the divine order frees you from the need to rush, allowing you to enjoy every stage of the journey. Another important aspect is focusing on the present. By fixating on the future, you miss the charm of the current moment, not noticing its value, absorbed in dreams of the future. But it is the current experience that shapes you, preparing you for future opportunities. Lessons, ups, and downs all temper you, making you ready to meet the right chances. Gratitude plays a huge role. Instead of focusing on what is missing, direct your attention to the existing blessings. Gratitude changes the energy, turning scarcity into abundance, impatience into peace. Appreciate the present, and you will attract even more reasons for gratitude in the future. Release yourself from the burdensome task of finding answers to all questions, from the illusion of complete control over the course of events. Allow yourself to believe that fate has prepared something grandiose for you, the scale of which exceeds all your wildest fantasies. In moments of uncertainty, when the future seems vague, repeat to yourself, "I am exactly where I am meant to be. All events are unfolding in the best possible way for me. Everything I am destined to receive is already coming to me." Life is not a speed competition, not a marathon where you need to constantly accelerate, get nervous, and worry about what is not yet in your reality. Live with faith in a favorable outcome, trust the flow of life, allow everything to happen in its own time. And then, at the appointed time, everything you dream of will come to you easily and gracefully, exactly as it was intended.